Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, To Your Taste. I hope you have an amazing week. Today I'm going to show you how to make red chili stacked enchiladas. A very easy recipe with very few ingredients. So you will need one small onion that has been roughly chopped, 2 garlic cloves that has been chopped up as well. And I did that finely chopped up in my food processor. You need some cheese, your favorite enchilada sauce. I'm using this one. This is my favorite one. To me, this one tastes better than the El Paso one. You need a pound of ground beef. You need some corn tortillas. Now you can use flour, but I could tell you that the texture may be a little off. Because you know, flour tortillas are really soft, so it may not hold up as well if you use corn tortillas. And the seasonings we're using is salt, pepper, oregano, and cumin. That is it. So I'm going to cook up the ground beef in my cast iron skillet. So let's head over to the stove and get started. Okay everyone, so I went ahead and added my meat to my cast iron skillet, and we're just going to break it down like so. And you're just going to cook this up. So once you break down your meat, I say let it cook for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to add in the garlic and the onions. Alright everyone, so it's been about 5 minutes. We're going to add in our garlic to our meat. And then we're just going to let this fully cook. And y'all, I'm sorry I misspoke. We're going to put the onions on the tortillas before we put in the oven. So you will need your oven. So while you're cooking this meat, go ahead and preheat your oven to about 400 degrees because we're going to melt off the cheese. Also, this recipe here does serve 4 people, and you will use 3 corn tortillas per each person. Okay, so you would need 12 for 4 people. Alright, so now we're just going to add in our seasonings, which is just salt and pepper and a little bit of cumin, which I have here. Oops, a little bit of cumin. And if you like cumin, you can put a lot more in there if you want to, but we're going to also put some cumin in our enchilada sauce because we're going to have to fix that up just a little bit as far as taste. And be careful on how much salt that you add to your meat as well, because you know sometimes that enchilada sauce when it's canned can be a little too salty. Alright, so that's it. So after your ground beef is fully cooked, then you could taste it and see if you need to add a little bit more salt to it or cumin. Alright, so y'all, this is almost done. I'm gonna finish cooking this and drain off that fat. And we're gonna meat back up and start seasoning up our enchilada sauce. Alright everyone, so look, I tasted my meat. I just added a little bit more salt, but I felt like it needed something else. So, I grabbed me some onion powder. And I'm just going to put that in there as well. You want your meat to be really good and seasoned. There it is. Alright, this is almost done. Just to let it cook it just for a little bit longer. And then we will get started on our enchilada sauce. Alright, so y'all have a skillet. You will need a skillet because we're going to dip the corn tortillas into the enchilada sauce, right? So, let me turn this down a little bit. And we're going to pour in our sauce. So, and this is a 28-ounce can of sauce. Alright, so y'all, I'm just going to let that cook for a little bit. Kind of bring it to a simmer. And then we're going to add in the oregano, and the cumin. Okay, so you see that's kind of coming up to a simmer. We're going to go ahead and add in our cumin in here and oregano. Now, if you can find Mexican oregano, I would say to use that. But where I live, you can't find that here. So that would be something I have to buy when I go through Dallas or go to Houston. Because I cannot find it in this small town. So we're just going to stir it up. And if you feel like you need to add some salt, you can. What I may just eventually do, instead of adding salt, just to add just a little bit of flavor to it, I'm going to add a little bit of chicken bouillon. That's what I'm going to add to mine. But I'm just going to let it cook a little bit, and then I will eventually add that in. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken bouillon. This is the one that I'm going to use here. And I would say to start off with a teaspoon first. And look, if you don't have this, just go ahead and add salt to it. So sprinkle that in. And if I need some more, I'll put some more in there, but I don't think that I will because that chicken bouillon can be a little salty. That's why I started off with the teaspoon. All right, so at this point here, you want to taste it again. You know, if you add the bouillon to it, taste it and make sure your sauce is right. If you need a little bit more cumin or oregano to it, go ahead and add it to this point. So, y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and cook this up for another 3 to 4 minutes. And then I'm going to let it cool it off. And we're going to dip our corn tortillas in this. Okay, everyone. So, as you can tell, I put a little bit of enchilada sauce in my cast iron skillet. And then we have this one here. Y'all, it's still hot, everyone. So, I have my corn tortilla here. We're going to put it in our cast iron skillet that has a little bit of that enchilada sauce on it. We're going to grab our sauce and we're just going to put it on our tortilla like so. Rub it in there. As much as little as you want. Then we're going to add in our meat. Ground beef, we add a little bit of that on here. We're just going to sprinkle that on top. Like so. And we're going to make it 3 layers, y'all. So almost like you would the enchiladas, okay? So we got our meat there. Now we're going to add in our cheese and onions. All right, so add the cheese. Like that. And your onion. And then you're going to do it again. All over again. Grab your corn tortilla. And we're just going to dip that in the sauce. Like so. Okay. Shake it. We're going to put it on top. And then you're just going to continue doing the layers. Ground beef. Cheese and onion, then another corn tortilla, and then cheese. All right, so yeah, this is the second layer here with the ground beef, the cheese, and the onions. I'm going to add my tortilla to this without breaking it to the top. Now, with this one, you can add more ground beef to this. And then add your onions on top and then have it melted, which is what I'm going to do. Or you could just have it like this, add some cheese and onions to it. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of the ground beef on top of this. Kind of press it down a little bit. Like so. And then add a little bit of cheese. So depending on how you want to do it, you want to add some more ground beef to it, you can. Or if you want to just have the sauce on top with some cheese and onions, you could do that as well. So let me put some cheese on this on top, and then the onion. Oh, my hands are getting dirty. All right, and so now we're just gonna put this in the oven until the cheese melts. And I'm just going to add just a little bit more cheese to this. All right, so in your oven at 400 degrees until the cheese melts. Okay, everyone. So the red chili stacked enchiladas is done. I just wanted to show you how I look in the cast iron skillet. And now I'm just going to plate this up. And I'm topping this off with some sour cream. All right, everyone. So I have my sour cream on top of this. You can top this off with any option or any sour cream, cilantro if you want to, avocado if you want. I don't have any cilantro, but I do have a little bit of green onions. Just to add a little bit of color to it. Add a little bit of green onions to it. Like so. Like I said, you don't have green onions, avocado, or cilantro. So that's it. So that is it for the red chili stacked enchiladas. All right. So, y'all try this out. If you like this recipe, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And let me know if there's something you would try. And let me just say, it does serve for people, but y'all, if you do add ground beef, your beef mixture, to the top of your enchilada, you may not have enough for 4, and it really depends on how much you put on each layer. So remember, these is 3 layers of the corn tortillas. All right, y'all. That is it for now. Have an amazing week. God bless and be safe. Bye.